Well, it's time to update you guys on 6 months of ownership, the good and the bad of my 2024 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road. Let me know down in the comments, guys, if you would like to see a giveaway done with this Tacoma. I am thinking about getting rid of it, and I feel like a giveaway would be very, very cool, but I want to gauge your guys' interest first before we make that big step. So if you're interested in winning this, just let me know down there. So I've already done a video for you guys on my likes and dislikes of this truck. So in this one, we are gonna talk about some of the actual issues that I've had with it in the last 6 months. We're gonna go over what the current miles per gallon is on it in its full lifted form, heavier tires, bigger tires, and all that. I will also touch on how the powertrain has been for 11,000 miles, and we will wrap up with would I even buy this truck again? So let's talk about some of the issues that I've had with this Tacoma. The first one being an annoying ticking sound coming from my rear door. For some reason, right where the window switch is on this truck, if you depress it and put some pressure on it, it goes away. But over bumpy roads, off-road, something like that, there's an annoying little ticking sound coming from that area. Another rattling piece is also on the inside, and it comes with the JBL little speaker. I think I'm just gonna put some felt pad underneath that, but when it's completely quiet, I just hear it kind of shaking around in its housing a little bit. Now, I have had a check engine light on this Tacoma, and it came from the active grille shutter. Now, there was a QC hold, a quality control hold on the Tacomas. Mine slipped right through that, and it was because there was a connector within the grille shutter mechanism that if it got some moisture in it, it didn't really register with the truck's computer saying that the grille shutter was able to open and close on itself. So that is what popped that check engine light for me. So even though the Tacoma seemed fine, we still had to take it to the dealership to get that check engine light resolved. Brand new grille shutter, so taking it to the experts definitely helped fix that problem, which leads us to today's video sponsor, BetterHelp. So when I was in the military, I actually developed anxiety, and I still do have a bit of the symptoms to this day. Now I thought, hey, I'm strong, I'll get over this, and it never really happened. And that is one of the false things about mental health, is you think you're strong, you could just get over it yourself, where it actually takes courage to realize that the biggest strength is actually recognizing that you have something wrong and going and getting help. So that is what BetterHelp does. And when they reached out to me to do this for you guys, I thought, hey, this is awesome because I'm starting to have some issues again. I've taken on too many projects, too many parts to install on Tacomas and Tundras and all this stuff, and I'm starting to just put things off. And that is not the right way to be successful, and you'll never achieve your goals if you are not mentally here, physically, everything, right? So I downloaded BetterHelp's app, got matched up with a therapist. It was actually super easy. And again, this is me being vulnerable. These are all the issues that I told him that I had. And BetterHelp, within honestly like 2 hours, matched me up with a therapist. And if I don't feel like we're vibing in a week or two, then I can easily switch it up to make sure that I find the right therapist that I like. However, their app was super nice to have a video call within it. I have all the notes from my therapist on what I need to work on this week. And I'll also have a scheduled follow-up session with him too that I can do all within the app. So if you guys think that you could benefit from a therapy session, then you can click the link in my description or head over to betterhelp.com/TRDJohn to get 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp, thank you so much for helping me out upstairs, getting my head right to produce amazing videos for my amazing viewers, and also for sponsoring this video. Now, aside from that, I haven't had any issues powertrain-wise with this truck, electronics-wise with this truck, really just that main grille shutter that has not come on since I got the parts replaced. And I will fix this door either on my own or on its next scheduled maintenance, which should be in about a month or so. Let's look at the gas mileage. Take your guesses. We are at 15.6 right now, average MPG with this new Tacoma. Now I have a Westcott pre-color kit on this. I do have about 34-inch tires with these wheels are weighing about 90 pounds each. That is very heavy rotational mass always on the hubs. I do have rock sliders on this. I have a GFC topper and also a roof rack and a low pro front bumper, adding a bit of weight. Now 15.6 may seem a little bit low. I know it is. However, these tires are a bit bigger over OEM. So if we factor that in, we are very close to 17 miles per gallon. And in all honesty, I think that's pretty good. That's better than all my other 3rd gen Tacomas that I had prior to this when I lifted them up with bigger tires and also a lift kit. So I'm fine with that. And this is also a lot better than my green TRD Pro Tacoma that was a full overland build. I want to say I was getting about 15 or so mpg with that, with 33-inch tires, and they weren't even a C-load rating like these ones. Now let's talk the powertrain, and of course I have to use the prop hood for it. It is hot in Florida, so holding this up is not the best. That is a modification coming from Redline Tuning, putting struts into the hood. So the 4-cylinder, 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, mated to an 8-speed transmission. Again, we have about 11,000 miles on this truck. Going up to Overland Expo East in Virginia, we'll be driving down. We'll have close to 13,000 miles on this truck when it is all said and done. Guys, this powertrain, amazing. It has been so good. Again, I've had 2 3rd-gen Tacomas before this. My main issue with those was they just kind of felt gutless. You really had to rev out those 3.5s in that truck to kind of get it up and going, even in stock form, okay? This truck, with the weight that I have on it, feels great. I don't even have a throttle enhancer yet installed on this truck. This little 4-cylinder mated to an 8-speed transmission, which really does help. It has a good amount of low-end torque, really helps to move this truck along, and it is just so stout. So this is not fanboy Toyota TRD John telling you guys to drop your trucks, go get this one. The old trucks are still good, okay? The old trucks are still good. However, the driving characteristics of this truck, of this 4-cylinder, it still does have to prove itself. I get that for reliability. But this thing, after you guys drive it, it's so good. And I am just so happy that even with the weight that I've put on this truck, how well this powertrain and this just whole truck in general is still handling. Now, how has the interior been over the last 6 months on the Tacoma? So aside from the little bit of rattle in this door that I said, and the micro rattle that the JBL speaker is giving me, this interior has been absolutely solid. Absolutely solid. Yes, there is more plastic than I would like, but looking back at the 3rd-gen Tacoma, it has a ton of plastic too. These seats are holding up extremely well. The comfort and the seating position of this new Tacoma is one of my favorite things about it. The steering wheel, the same one in the Tundras, right? Just feels beefy in here. It literally feels like a mini Tundra. However, there's quality, which I love, acoustic glass, which does help to mitigate wind noise and also passing traffic, which is nice. The AC blows stupid cold, very, very cold in this truck, which I love. And you know, comfort-wise for rear passengers, it ain't really there, but it's a mid-sized truck. But these front seats, the 14-inch screen is awesome, the dual climate control, heated and ventilated seats, and all of our off-road goodies right there. This interior has just been really awesome on this new Tacoma for the last 6 months. So after owning this thing for 6 months, would I buy it again? This answer may shock you. I would not. And the reason for that is not because of the truck itself. It's the powertrain. Even though I just said that the powertrain was great on this. I've experienced the iForce Max in my Land Cruiser for about 4 months, and also 1 week of having a TRD Pro Tacoma as a press vehicle. And between all that, my mind is made up that the iForce Max powertrain is really the way to go, which is weird, right? Because on the Tundra, I say just the normal iForce is great for that truck, which it truly is. The normal iForce for this is great. However, the iForce Max on the Tacoma in just such a small package is just even more of a rocket ship, especially with the low-end torque at 1700 RPMs. Yes, we do lose some space, right, in our under-seat storage, but it's a Tacoma, so there's not really that much space back there anyways. That is one thing that I would buy with my next truck. I would also buy a TRD Off-Road Premium though, again. I would do that. I like all the creature comforts. I like all the goodies that the truck has. I think TRD Off-Road Premium is the way to go. I will not get a sway bar disconnect in the next truck. I find honestly no need for it. When I had this truck out in Moab, just airing down these Ridge Grappler tires, worked out pretty well, barely even needed to use the rear locker. 4-low A-track on this truck, freaking money. It is so good. Also, would I build it out like this again? The GFC topper, dude, that thing has been so sick. I would do a full suspension lift kit. Not that Westcott's lift kit is bad at all. Full suspension obviously is just the better way to go. And I'd probably just rock normal 33-inch tires, not quite the 33.5 to 34s that I have on the truck. And as great as the Westcott roof rack works, or looks and works, I don't use a roof rack. And this Tacoma is so quiet with no wind noise. The only wind noise I do hear is the roof rack itself. So that's not on Westcott or anything like that. You're just putting something up top, which a lot of roof racks do that. But I'm not sure if I would do a roof rack in the future. The only other two models of Tacoma that I would get would be a pre-runner, which unfortunately doesn't have the hybrid powertrain, but it is a lot lighter, and that would be a super cool build. But I'd probably do a trail hunter as well. And I know that is counterintuitive because I do like to modify my vehicles, but I just like the interior a lot of the trail hunter. A lot of soft touch materials where this truck just has nothing but plastic. It's just really awesome. So guys, again, let me know down in the comment section if you would like to see a giveaway done on this Tacoma for when we get rid of it. And also while you're down there, as you scroll past the like button and the pinned comment for BetterHelp, feel free to click on that link, guys. I appreciate BetterHelp for sponsoring the video, getting my mind straight to make good content for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, see you later.